I gotta say, it's been a while since I've been here, but hey, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be back on here speaking and spilling wisdom for people. Um, yeah, a lot of things have happened. A lot of things been going on. Learned a lot of things. I think it's been like 2 months, or probably like a month and a half since I last posted on here. I believe so, about like a month or 2 months. But it's time to get back on it, man. It's time to be consistent now. Because thank God I got my time back now. I'm able to move forward and got all the time of my hands to be able to do everything that I want to do now. So all praise to Jesus. Moving forward though, one of the main things I thought about touching on once I got on this video was what I feel like a lot of people need. A lot of people need, and I wouldn't say I'm religious, but I'm definitely a man of God. I believe in God mostly. Like top thing, number one thing in my life is God, Jesus himself. That's the only thing I keep on my life first. And before it wasn't like that. Before I would say I acknowledged and I knew about God, but I didn't acknowledge him in everything that I did. I definitely keep him as, I guess you could say, like a luck charm. It sounds bad, but I'm being honest. I would work hard, and everything that I had in my life going on, I'd blame it on myself. I would say, well, if things ain't happening for me, it's because I'm not working hard enough. So I'd work every single day, 24 hours out of the day, 24/7, nonstop, to try to get to the position that I wanted in life. And I just couldn't achieve it. I just couldn't get it. And I don't know if it was because, well, during that mindset, right? I don't know if it was because I wasn't working hard enough, or I would put God sometimes. I'm like, man, maybe it's not God's time to be able to do this for me yet. It's not in God's time to do it yet, but eventually it'll happen. But over time, after those things happen, I got to know about God fully. And now it's the number one thing that I wouldn't say the number one thing that I put in my life is God. And many people tend to be religious. Y'all don't have a relationship with God. Y'all are religious. Now, I don't claim myself as a religious. I'll say I have a relationship with God. I have a relationship with Jesus. I don't claim myself as religious. I'm nor Christian or Catholic. I just follow God. And see, to everyone out there that's doing the same thing, or you want to achieve something in life, dare I say to you, put God first. Put God first. And I'm not just saying like pray every morning. Well, I'm not saying not like, yeah, pray every morning, right? But it's a process. It's a process of killing yourself spiritually to relive yourself spiritually as a new man, as a new woman. Because that vision that you have in your head, that dream that you want, it's yours. Nobody else put it in your head but God. God put it in your head for a reason, because you're supposed to achieve it. But you're supposed to live life and do it the way that he wants you to do it. I know you heard this before, things will happen, but just not how you expect them to happen. And that's true. I had this idea, I had this vision of things happening for me, but I never thought like of things happening a different way than my way. And that's obviously wrong. I gotta leave it to God to do these things. Yeah, they gonna happen, but maybe not exactly how I want them to happen. And I didn't understand that until with time I started getting closer to God. It took a lot out of me. I had to be able to completely reshape myself with God in order to be the man that I am today. Because if I would have gotten those things with the mindset that I had before, I definitely wouldn't have appreciated them fully. I definitely wouldn't have taken the most use out of them, I'd say. I wouldn't use them to their fullest potential because I wouldn't know how to do them. There's a lot of things that you have to do in order to change. You got to be a man of God. Or let's say for the women out there, a woman of God. For those things that you want, you have to be able to live by God's way, by God, the way that God intended us to live life. You do that first, and then everything else just starts lining up. There's I believe it's Proverbs, I'm not sure where, but it does say that Knowledge and wisdom and understanding comes when the fear of God is first entered into your mind, into your soul. And that's the first thing that happened to me when I started gaining everything that I wanted, was fear of God. I feared him because I was tired of trying things by myself. I was tired of doing things by myself. The more that I wanted to do things my way, the more that I failed. So I understood, man, this ain't working. Then I started thinking, maybe this ain't for me. Right? And that's the devil. He's pushing you away from your purpose. And it's not that it ain't for you. It's just simply you not doing it right. You're not doing it correctly. You are the person that gets to achieve those dreams, but you don't have the mindset to get there yet. But if you're willing to do it, you got to do it with God. That's why in this generation, you see a lot of people selling their soul, because they're not willing to give up those things of the world. People are so caught up on living in the world instead of building their world. You get what I'm saying? Because those people, materialistic, they might have everything they want. Everything. And even if they don't got it, they have the ability to go get it. But they still hollow inside. That's what I'm saying. Your world comes from within. You could have this world, but your world comes from within. And if you're not willing to give up this world, your world will never be able to will come to life. It'll never be able to, because this can only be done with God. You can only come up and be able to build your world with God. This world, you can't do it with this one. And over time, I started thinking about it. I'm like, dang, all these people are really selling their soul for this world because they think that this world could give them their desires of their heart. And that's not true. That will never happen. That's never going to happen. You got to be able to deny this world, and then God will give you everything you want. And he says it like he has said it. Matthew, Mark, those two books, they'll explain it to you. Like, if you really sit down, read the Bible, you don't got to read it. You don't got to read the whole book in one day. Give yourself 3 chapters a day. That's what I read daily. 3 chapters a day. You read 3 chapters a day, and eventually you're going to get past the whole book, and you're going to start understanding. Jesus has said, let him who has ears hear. That's because those messages are not meant for the people that are living for this world. Those messages will only get understood by his people. His people will understand the parables that are said in the Bible. And this is Matthew 21. Matthew 21:21. Verily I say unto you, if ye have faith and doubt not, ye shall not only do this which is done unto the fig tree, but also if ye shall say unto a mountain, be thou removed, and thou cast into the sea, it shall be done. Now, if you don't have faith, you're gonna think this is fiction. You're gonna think this is not possible. But once you start reading it and you deny your flesh, first you gotta start there. You gotta deny your flesh. You gotta deny all the things that you know that are not of God, which I'm pretty sure most of y'all know. Y'all know y'all not supposed to be doing these things. You're not supposed to be calling these girls at certain hours. You're not supposed to be watching them things that you got no business watching. There's a couple things that you shouldn't be doing. And there's a lot of substances you shouldn't be touching. But it gets to you. And I ain't here to shame nobody, because I know I've been in that same position. But I'm just here to tell y'all and give y'all wisdom that everything that you want comes with him first. You put him first and he'll give you everything. Everything. Because you'll get to a point where even your desires change. Because now it's not what you want. It's what God wants. And you're going to want that like heavily. You're going to want that with all your heart. You're going to start changing your ways. Everything for you is definitely going to change. You're going to be a whole new man, a whole new woman. But it happens with putting him first. Take your time to get to know him. I know there's a lot of people out there that think religion messed it up for y'all, or y'all had a bad experience with it. I'm telling you, God will never push you away like that. That's the world. Religion. God didn't come here. Jesus didn't come down from heaven onto earth to say, y'all got to follow my religion. No. He talked to every single one of his disciples and every single one of them people and say that he wanted a relationship with them. He said he knew them personally. Way before they was born, he knew you. He knew me. He knew everybody that's watching this video. He knew every single one of y'all. Because it's not about religion. It's about relationship. and through him all things can be done. Now you got, I believe it's Mark. Now, Mark and Matthew are about the same thing, but Mark says it in a different perspective. It's like a third point of view. It's the same thing though. Everything happens the same way, but it's explained differently. Now in this one, in Mark 11, it says, "Therefore I say unto you, whatever things soever ye desire, when we pray, believe that ye receive them, and ye shall have them." Now, I'm gonna break this down for y'all because I know a lot of people think, well, I can believe that I have it and I don't have to change it, I'm gonna get it. And no, that's not how it works. Because who do you think you gotta believe in? You gotta believe in God, man. You gotta believe in the all-powerful. We are nothing. I am nothing. I may have all these things that I have now, but I'm truly nothing without him. So I gotta keep walking with him. And I don't keep walking with him because I'm gonna keep getting more. No, I keep walking with him because it's the way. It's the way, the truth, and the life. And that's just that. To the people that are out there that don't believe in God, I don't shame y'all. But I'll simply say that these parables, this wisdom and this understanding of God's word, you will not understand because you just don't have the mindset to understand it yet. See, flesh is weak and my mind is weak. I could take this as it is and just say, okay, I don't need God. I'ma just believe that I have it and it shall be mine. But it's gonna get to a point where you're not all powerful. You're not all powerful. We are not all powerful. You can't just keep thinking that at some point things are gonna go wrong. And you think you'll have the same mindset of like, yeah, I can achieve anything and everything's mine. That's not how it works. I promise you, life is gonna push you down if you think that you're able of everything, because you're not God. You can't do it by yourself. And even the people that think they can, God is having mercy on them. And I pray that they find the truth. I pray that God is merciful enough with them, and that they have a chance to one day come to their senses and see the things that they're doing and the way that they live life. But it says here, whatever ye desire, when you pray, believe that ye receive them, and ye shall have them. So I believed. I believed I had all them things. I believed that everything that I wanted and everything that I had a vision on was mine. Not because I can do it, but because God can put it in my life for me. Because God is going to turn me into the man that I can receive those things and know what to do with them. And that's what happened. That's exactly what happened. I stayed smart enough to know that I am a great man and I walk a great path and I have a great purpose. But I'm also humble enough to know that if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be any of the things that I am today. And I wouldn't be the man that I am today. And I have no business saying what it is that I do, what's the things that I have. But I promise you, life changed in a couple months. Things just changed like that. All because I put him first. And he saw my determination of not wanting what I wanted, but wanting him and putting him. Because I was tired. Like I tell you, I was fed up. I couldn't stand living life every single day. And I ain't talking in a suicidal mindset, but I was talking in a way of like, I couldn't stand living the way of stress and just daily waking up and not living the life that I wanted, and daily being in depression and daily things not going my way. So I say, you know what can I do? Just leave it to him. Can't go wrong with that, right? And like I said before, I knew about him, but I didn't let him work in my life. I would only talk to him. I talk to him every night. I thank him for everything, but it wouldn't be out the heart. And when I did, talk to him, it'd be daily about the same thing. Daily about God. Thank you for this and that. And God, I need this. God, I need this. I'm tired of going through this. I need you to change my life for this. It was always the same thing. And I never saw a change. But it was because he wasn't working. Like, I wasn't working with him. He was working with me, but I wasn't letting him work. I was trying to take everything in and take a piece of everything. Because if I didn't, I was like, man, I'm not going to make it. But see, that mindset can only get you so far. Let's say I would have made it, but eventually you can't take everything in, man. It's not possible for you to handle all the weight of life. It's not possible. Even if you're a man, you can be the strongest man. The strongest man, Samson, even needing God. And that's the strongest man alive. The richest man alive, Solomon. He put God first and asked him for wisdom, and he got it. All these great people of this world or of history that's in the Bible, put God first, and they became the most known people, the people, the greatest men to ever live were people that put God first, and they became those things. So I know everything that I have in my mind, I know I'm gonna achieve it. And it's just started. Like, my life literally just started, and I've already achieved so much. But it starts with putting him first. Then everything is given. I kid you not. Try it. Do it for a month. If you're going through that right now, do it. Put God first. Put aside everything that's not from him. Everything. Just put it aside. If you're tired enough of it, of not working out, put aside everything that is not of God and put him first. And I promise you, your life will change. I guarantee you, your life will change. You'll start feeling different. And your desires are going to be different as well. I can guarantee you that.